Testing maybe? Alright, I think we got this going somewhat on. I wonder if I can, maybe I should darken that just a little bit. Alright, so I'm just going to move my microphone a little bit. There we go. What we're doing today is I am going to be repairing a hospital bed remote. And while I'm doing that, I thought I would start by just showing off this guy here. As you can see, this was that remote controller holder that we did up in SketchUp, and I printed it up. It's not the most pretty thing in the world. Definitely have some room to redesign, but it is a solid unit. You are not going to bend it, flex it. Those U-locks that I did, the ones that were a millimeter shorter than the unit itself, held those in place like a boss. I really like that. I got some issues with my printer. I gotta yeah, and I didn't even clean up anything really, but this is a stand. Basically one controller is gonna go in like so, and as you can see, it's a pretty snug fit. So what I think I would do is probably give a quarter of a millimeter more around. As you can see, there is some gaps there, but from just eyeballing it, it fits. Same as this remote here. You know, if we put this in here, just that a little extra space for it to kind of hold in would be ideal. But all in all, this is what that holder looks like. So I'm going to redo these bases to add just a little bit more room there, just so it's not so snug that it's rubbing on the sides all the time of those remotes. We don't want that. We just want it so it sets in and holds it in place. But for our first design, that's not bad. I like it that if I wanted to, I can snap these apart. Let's say I got rid of my Nexigo 4K camera and I didn't need this remote anymore. I could just pop this shell apart and be able to either put the end piece on it over here, or if I got something else with another remote, I could just 3D print another remote holder for this, and I could extend this as much as I want. The only thing I did wrong was I did a 30% infill. I totally did not need a 30% infill, and it took a lot longer than I wanted. So therefore the print started to lift on a couple of spots there. Yeah, but I don't think I had my bed hot enough either, so that could be the thing. But all in all, it turned out great. Just a simple little project there. I do have an update on the whatchamacallit, you know, the thingamajig, the scooter that we were fixing there. And I had 3D printed 100% on the print with ABS plastic. So I got the guy's scooter today back into the shop, and lo and behold, it looks like someone had bashed into the collar of the 3D print. Now I only did a 30% infill on that, so it really it should have held, but he was a little aggressive with it. Once again, if you understood how much they older people with any sort of walking disability rely on pressure down on things, you'd understand why it broke or partially broke, but it does look like someone gouged it. So what I did with the new one is I put JB weld on the inside of the piece, and then I went and I took an epoxy heavy duty epoxy and did a couple layers of epoxy on the whole thing to just kind of extra weld everything together. So tomorrow morning it'll all be dry there, so I'll take a couple pictures and we'll be able to see what's going on there, and hopefully this will last him until he gets a new scooter. But this will be my last 100%. I'm not going to do any more for him. He's got to purchase a new scooter. There's only so many free jobs I can do. That being said, this one tonight is one of those jobs as well. So what I have here is this Primo bed remote. Now I'm not used to these ones, but when it comes down to it, they're all basically the same, except for this one. I was actually quite impressed when I opened it up. Right now, this is that Primo remote. I should actually reflip my... One second here. Let's go transform, flip vertically, transform, horizontal. No? That's... Flip vertical. Yeah. And then we want to flip, transform, flip horizontal. There we go. Now it's actually like I'm actually touching it in front of me here instead of upside down the wrong way. Okay, so this Primo remote is a pretty basic. You have your backrest up and down, or down and up, and then your footrest up and down. So this is a decent remote. Now, two things I want to kind of notice right off the bat. So on this cable itself, there is some nicks, dings, all that kind of stuff, but you know, that's going to happen. I'm just going to scoot here just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take it apart. Now, I already took it apart once today, but after looking at the inside and just the tools I had at my disposal at work, I decided to bring it home to finish it up tonight. Since they haven't used it in a while, we should be good. Now I'm just gonna grab some tools here. I want to get my soldering iron going. Okay, and so the first thing I want to do is I want to actually get this guy taken apart here. There's 6 screws on it here. They're all the same size, so we do not need to worry about actually remembering which ones are which, just that there is 6 screws. You know what? I have so many pencil drills and things like that, and yet I still just tend to use this guy when I could just zip him out really quickly. Makes no sense to me, but I have all intention in the world to use. I want that little pencil size drill. I forget what it's called, but I think I have it on my wish list. I'll have to check it out. Just because that would fit in my tool bin here actually pretty good. I do have some other drills, little ones, pencil ones, and a couple like smaller voltage ones, and I do use them, but only over on the other bench over there, which I need to get that 3D printer onto the other platform and get my other printer in beside it there so I can use that workbench, because it's right now pretty cluttered with holders, PCB holders, helping hands, that kind of things. And I'd like to use that bench. I do like standing at a bench and working. Sitting down is kind of awkward. I haven't done that much when it comes to repairing, except for on the stream and some of my videos, but yeah. Alright, so we got that guy taken apart here. I got that last screw out there. There we go. Just going to set that aside for now. And we're going to open this guy up. And then we're going to be greeted with 3 more screws here. One here. One right here. And then one over here. And I noticed right off the bat when I had taken this apart originally that it was really crusty, really dirty. The wires they looked just worn. So to me it looks like there was some condensation or something on here. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But it really didn't work the way I wanted it to. So at work I had a hard time even tinning these wires, let alone soldering them back onto the board here. So I figured I have my tweezers here, I have flux, I have solder, so we're just going to do it at home. Now I'm going to pull this board right out, because what we're going to do after we actually get it resoldered up is we're going to test each of these wires for continuity with the other end, as well as just making sure that none of the switches or nothing's grounded out. And there's only one resistor under here, I do believe. And we'll put this on the board holder here, and that way I can flip it around that way. Okay. So basically they were complaining that the unit was actually had a mind of its own. It would randomly do things, and after looking at, I think it was like one of these ones here, it looked like it had one hair from the wire touching the other trace. So if you pressed the button or shook the remote, bumped it, it would probably trigger that little piece of wire to kind of flutter and cause a connection and bridge that. So that is what I think was happening, but it's definitely not much to these remotes. And the amount of people that have issues with them, I guarantee you, anyone that went to any facility out there and said, hey, do you have any hospital beds that need, have bad remotes? I guarantee you they'll have a drawer full of them somewhere. Alright. So I'm just going to grab this board out here. We're just going to bring this guy up a little bit. Hopefully this holder, yeah, and here's the other side here. Nothing major hiding in there. Come on. Focus up. Yeah. One diode, a resistor, an LED, and 4 switches. And one side. Would not take anyone long to make replacement boards for this and just sell those, and just know the wiring that okay. I think we're good there. All right. There we go. That looks all right. Let me get down. Alright, there you go. You can kind of see how gnarly that is right there now. I was thinking about just taking all the wires off and re-tinning them, and then, but I want to make sure I can get enough. Oh yeah, I can get a little bit more wire out of there, out of the sleeve. I just don't want that sleeve to be cut off short. So yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna take a quick picture of this. And the black one was on the right. Okay. So that's what I'll probably do, is just remove those, and then we'll just re-put them on afterwards. After we re-tin them, clean the board a little bit there. But yeah, right in here, it's really hard to see, but I wish my silly microscope would actually work, but it won't tonight. So that's okay. Yeah, there's a couple wires right in this section here between the red and the green one here, and they look like they're touching, so we want to get those all figured out there. And that's probably where they were getting that ghosting going on. Couldn't imagine having a hospital bed and then all of a sudden like your legs lift up on you. That'd be kind of different. Oof. Gotta love that 8 p.m. solder. That had like next to no solder on that pad. This is terrible. Come on. I don't even know where that one's connected. There it is. Alright. I don't know why they did that. I need... Let's grab the soldering tools. Do is that is gross. Yes, yes. Don't judge me. Guess I could have fluxed it up. That's fine. Alright, so I want that cable. Yeah, that's terrible. Like, who in their right mind thought that these were right? Like, I don't know if I can get that in there, but they're... Oh, I guess I can actually just focus, eh? Should I go in the right way? Wrong way? There we go. So yeah, these are those wires. As you can see, they're not the prettiest looking thing. They were barely held on the board. So So we will get those re-tinned. I do have back this up a bit. Grab my other guys over here. Added a little clamp to the side here. Yeah, seems to be alright. I just don't want to. I thought there was one other one that went over by. I don't think green was the first color. That's why we took a picture, right? Alright, I'm actually gonna dropping stuff here. Okay. So now we gotta get our wire strippers. I'm just gonna strip these wires. Alright. It's 24 gauge? I think so. Yeah, 24 gauge it is. Okay, and then before I go on to the next wire, I'm just gonna twist this up, and I think I'll tin it now, and I'll just go down the line. Go on to the yellow one here. Yeah, I know, don't paste. Green. Okay, that's looking good. 2 more to go. It's kind of like the funny image going through my head right now. Some old person trapped in their hospital bed, and the feet are going up and down, and the back's going up and down, and they can't do nothing about it. That would be pretty funny. Should maybe invent a bed mod that you can do that to, and have it hooked up to an Arduino and a real-time clock, and have it set off every certain time. I think that'd be funny. Make it now and code it and save it for later. Might be a good idea. I'd do that to my wife. She'll be like 88 years old with dementia and her bed's just gonna have a mind of its own. I think that'd be kind of funny. Man, I would laugh. Alright, so those are done. Now I just want to clean this board up a little bit here. Let's see here. Oh, I got paper towel over there. That'll work. That'll work for now. Really old flux on there still. Alright, so let's get the picture so I can see where my wires are going. So it's the gray one first on. I just wonder if we'll go with it. Alright. First color is gray to the left. It'll be gray and red. No? Don't want to go in there? Why not? Why you not want to go in there? It's gray, right? That. Oh, you like that one? So yeah, that's my Raspberry Pi 3B Plus, because they're still cool. So I do have a build video on that pie as well. Okay, red, now green. Oh yeah, no, the Raspberry Pi, it is CNC engraved and 3D printed. Um, yeah, I wonder if I can... There you go. So, yeah, everything on there is 3D printed. That's, oh, it's big. It's heavy. I think it weighs 17.5 pounds or somewhere in that ballpark. I can't remember exactly. GPIO pins are working. Yeah. Oh, I had a terrible time on my first time on a one wheel. My son bought one, and I thought I'd give it a go. Took a few minutes, that's for sure, to kind of get her down. I prefer my bike, but you know, it was cool to try. Okay. Yeah, so that pie was created for the Element 14 or Picasso Design Challenge, and it was also featured on their Element 14 Presents videos as well. What's going on there? What's going on there? I don't think those are supposed to be connected together. I'm just going to pull some of that off. Don't want no bridge on there. Alright, there we go. Got the bridge taken care of. Oh, I guess I could have done that over here. And slide that one in here. Drop that down. So now we have no wires with any frayed wires sticking out. They're all nice and tight. That's why I'm putting it right so the actual sleeve is pretty darn close there. So going forward, the only way they would touch is if there shouldn't be. Bump that guy. There we go. that should hold there. And I still don't know how to use the stand that well. Alright. To me, those pins now look great. Yeah, I was going to check out continuity, wasn't I? So I'm going to mount this back in the controller, not on the stand here. Yeah, those one wheels are pretty sick. So did you just get a one wheel? Nope, that's not the one I want. I want the Primo here, and then we're gonna get this guy back in here. Somewhere here. Where are we going? Oh, up here. That would be why we're not using that. There we go. That should go in there. Okay, now we're gonna get those screws in. Oh, yeah, I hear you there. My son was pretty excited because last weekend he was actually able to go out for a spin on his one wheel, just out to get it out because he hadn't used it because there was too much snow. But oh, nice. Yeah, you'll find you're gonna always be on it. Oh, there it is. Guess I could focus in on things, eh? There we go. Oh, I can turn that off. The multimeter out now. Let's get rid of this guy. Oh, that's a long reach. All right. There's the other end. Maybe we can go like this. Quit turning. There we go. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, I enjoyed that build. It was a lot of fun, and definitely taught me a lot when it comes to making things bigger, that's for sure. happy with that. I want to take it apart one more time because I did put those wires through, so I just want to make sure on the other side that they're not touching. I should actually solder them. Yeah, the thing that was funny about this build is I did it for a contest, and the contest closes, and this was submitted, but then the next day I think the Raspberry Pi 4 came out, so it's kind of funny because I built this Pi, and then the Pi 4 was released like the next day, so it was quite interesting. Alright, I'm just going to clip these. I don't want them to touch ever, so there we go. Oh yeah, so I had some wires sticking out here, so I want to just make sure I clip them off, and I'll just put that back together. No, I did not, sadly. There was some pretty awesome projects that were in the contest. Yeah, I don't feel like I was robbed. I just enjoyed the project so much. And so the GPIO, there is an actual 3B plus that is powering that as well. And the GPIO ports are all working. Maybe we should do something with that down the road. Maybe we'll run something on there that people can control the Pi up there. That'd be kind of fun to do. Do different light patterns or something. I don't know. Let's check these ones. Alright, that's it for that guy there. I just checked all the buttons there. Nothing was not working the way it shouldn't have. I just think that, it was from before. Those wires, they just had too many frayed wires there, and they were crossing I think it was the red and the green. But yeah, hopefully this will take the ghosts out of her bed. Yeah, so we'll get that back together. think that's gonna probably do it for me for tonight. I just had this project I needed to get out of the way. Oops, sorry about that, guys. That I needed to get out of the way. Yeah, so that was a nice little repair. Like I said, there is some marks on the cable where it looks like it's been broken. So it might have a pinch cable in there, but checking the continuity from this guy to the other end, nothing looked like it was shorted. So that's gonna do it for me tonight. Thursday we are going to be, what is it, game night? Or yeah, I think we'll get the Raspberry Pi going anyways, and either that or the NES. I'm not sure. Probably the Pi though. Alright, so that'll be Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and Tuesdays as well, same time. We'll see you next time. I'm gonna call it a night.